Today is March 15th. Today makes 4 years that my mom, my siblings, and I lost my little sister who was only 22 years old. 4 years ago, my sister decided she wanted to go have surgery, have her body done. After giving birth to her little boy, she felt that having surgery was the answer for her to feel better about herself, even though she was so beautiful and she didn't need anything done to herself. So she went to a doctor in Matamoros, Mexico, and died at his hands. She died on the table while he was performing surgery on her. She went to have a BBL, and so many things went wrong. The reason we know is because we had an autopsy done on her body, and so many things were wrong. Not one or two, but so many more things were wrong. He messed up tremendously on her, and it cost her her life.
Hello and welcome back to the conversations that we all really need to have. If you like the vibes here, please actually hit the like button to let YouTube know, subscribe for more talks like this, and join in the conversations in the comments.
This woman passed away a few hours after this photo was taken when she flew to Turkey for a mommy makeover. 38-year-old Kaydel Brown flew from the UK to Istanbul with her sister Leanne, and she had a procedure done at Clinic Expert. Her procedure included a tummy tuck, liposuction, and BBL. The entire process leading up to the surgery was perfect. They even offered a discount for Kaydel, and that's what made her want to do her surgery here. But things took a turn a few hours into the surgery when the doctor came out and told her sister that Kaydel was dead. This is the doctor that performed her surgery, and she said that with these types of procedures, it is very high risk. Now, you would think that things could not get worse, but when Kaydel's body was brought back to the UK, the coroner told her family that large parts of her organs were missing, such as her brain and her heart. During an interview, the sister said that legally they couldn't do anything and that the clinic was allowed to take the organs. But a lot of people believe that her organs were removed to sell them.
Oh my God. So on top of these procedures being so dangerous, there is also a risk of your organs getting harvested. That is so messed up. Wait, so did she pass away from the complications from the surgeries or from the other things they did to her? I guess we will never know. 4 days after BBL surgery, 26-year-old police officer passed away. Grieving family is demanding answers. Demanding answers from who and what kind of answers? She knew the risks, and I'm not sure, but I think before any surgery, the patients usually sign some contract affirming that they know the risks and understand that things could go wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
This is a very sad and scary story. A popular influencer has passed away after a BBL surgery, and a scientist has been arrested as a result of the tragedy. 33-year-old Aline Ferreira died on Tuesday due to complications from a surgery that was meant to increase the size of her bottom. Aline had polymethyl methacrylate applied to her bottom during the procedure at an unlicensed clinic. This was in the city of Goiânia on June 23rd. Reportedly, she was in a coma and went into cardiac arrest on last Friday and then on Sunday. Her husband stated that Aline returned to her home in Brasilia, and that was on the same day of the surgery, and that she was doing well. But unfortunately, her medical condition started to get worse the day after the surgery, and she started to run a fever. She was absolutely beautiful and stunning. Her husband then reached out to the clinic of the surgery. This is not a picture of her, but instead it's a picture of the biomedical scientist who owns the site and who performed the procedure, and her name is Graciele da Silva. This person told Aline's husband that all of this was normal, the fever and all of this, and that she should just take medicine for her fever. On June 26th, Aline started having horrible abdominal pain, and then on June 27th, she fainted. She was then admitted to the hospital and stayed there until the following Saturday, and that day she was transferred to a private hospital. It was said that the scientist, Grazielli, had injected 30 mLs of polymethyl methacrylate to each of her buttocks. However, she tried to go against and say that these claims weren't true when she visited Aline at the hospital and stated that she only applied a biostimulator and said that the infection may have been caused by Alleen's bed sheets at her home. You've got to be kidding me. Now, Brazil's National Health Surveillance Agency says that methacrylate, which is a gel that is injected, should only be used to treat serious issues like polio in the event they provoke the development of deformities of the body. So Gracieli, the scientist, was luckily and eventually arrested. This was Tuesday. This was as part of the investigation against consumer relations. The clinic was also shut down since it did not have a health license. This is so sad, and reportedly Alleen was a mother of 2. She was very well known for creating content about travel, fashion, and daily living on all of her social media platforms. She was absolutely gorgeous and so young, and my heart and prayers go out to her family and friends.
So this is not necessarily a BBL, but same thing. She wanted to increase the size of her assets. So the scientist injected, I can't even pronounce those names, which are said to be illegal butt shots. And then she said she passed away from infections from her bed sheets at her home. What? Are you kidding me? And now her children are left without a mother. Mother of 5, 34 years of age, becomes the first person to die. How did they know she's the first person? This is so sad. She left behind 4 children. I fail to understand why anyone would really go and do such a risky procedure, knowing very well that the chances of getting out alive are 50-50. And you have kids. It's really not worth it. And these are beautiful women. Look at her. You'd think that with marriage, kids, and a family of your own, you would have some sort of contentment or fulfillment and not really feel the need to do things like this.
So this is a pretty devastating headline to read, and I want to talk about it a little bit. So her cause of death is listed as undetermined. The procedures of BBL as well as a breast augmentation were completed, but she never woke up. Apparently, the person that was providing her anesthesia was an unlicensed anesthesia provider.
All these mothers leaving their kids behind is just so sad. A lot of things seems to have gone wrong with this particular case. He said that the person who performed anesthesia was not licensed. I wonder if the doctor who performed the actual procedure was qualified too, because why would he or she have staff that are not licensed taking care of his or her patients?
Oh my gosh, guys, this beautiful girl named Star the Scar just posted 2 days ago about how she was traveling with her sister to go get her BBL round 2 done. We just found out that she passed away at the recovery house due to them giving her some medicine that was not prescribed to her. This is actually so sad, and guys, I want to make it clear that this situation actually had nothing to do with the doctor that she went to. This had everything to do with the recovery house that she went to. They gave her unprescribed medicine, and she took that, and I guess it gave her bad side effects to where she has now passed on after her surgery, and it's just so sad.
Imagine waking up in the morning so excited to take your sister to get her body done, only to go back home alone. I wonder how their parents felt. And while allegedly it was the recovery house's fault, the whole procedure is just dangerous, period. We have already seen so many people not making it out of the surgery table. Others actually go through with the surgery but pass away at their own homes a day after, so it's not really safe until it is. Here is another woman who did not make it. 49-year-old Christabel dies after undergoing BBL surgery from complications she had during the procedure. After the surgery, allegedly, she complained of bleeding, but the doctors brushed it off, saying it's normal. I think we have seen so many cases that have happened because of negligence. From recovery homes not doing their jobs as expected to doctors brushing off patients' complaints or administering unprescribed medicines like painkillers. First of all, why are you doing a BBL at 49, knowing the risk? This woman probably had a family, kids, maybe even grandkids. Do these people ever consider the people that love and care about them? Because if you think about it in that perspective, it is very selfish of you. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to blame the victim, but the fact that you know this is the most dangerous procedure and still go do it, it is just so sad that you will take yourself to your own demise, leaving behind your family, your kids, people who love you. And I know a lot of people have had these procedures successfully and they are just out here walking around very well. And I also know that all surgeries are dangerous. It's not just the BBL, but still. Anyways, if you're still watching at this point, I think it's about time you subscribe and join the community. What do you think? Don't forget to share your thoughts or your stories in the comments, and please, if you liked this video, please hit the like button to let YouTube know that you actually liked the video. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.